Hello everyone. Children, in our last videos, we have completed solar and lunar eclipses. So let's once again revise solar and lunar eclipse. See, our earth goes around the sun on a fixed path. It also spins on its own axis. When the sun's light falls on a part of the earth, it is day. Means when the earth comes nearest to the sun and the light of the sun falls on the part of the earth, that part becomes day and another part becomes night. When the sun lights falls on a part of the earth, it is day. The moon goes around the earth on a fixed part too. It also spins on its own axis. The moon does not have its own light. Moon does not have its own light, children. It reflects the light of the sun. When the moon comes between the sun and the earth, the shadow of the moon falls on the earth. Then we cannot see the sun partially or completely. This is called solar eclipse. Children, in this picture, in the first picture, see solar eclipse. What do you see in this picture? It is totally dark. Means we cannot see the sun partially or completely. That time we see this kind of this kind of picture. So when the moon comes between the sun and the earth, the shadow of the moon falls on the earth. That time we cannot see the sun light completely or partially. That is called solar eclipse. Okay. Now see, when the earth comes between the sun and the moon, the shadow of the earth falls on the moon. Then we cannot see the moon partially or completely. This is called lunar eclipse. Children, in the second picture, this is the picture of lunar eclipse. In lunar eclipse, what happened? When the earth comes between the sun and the moon, the shadow of the earth falls on the moon. Then we cannot see the moon partially in lunar eclipse, and in solar eclipse, children, we cannot see the sun partially or completely. This is the common difference between solar eclipse and lunar eclipse. Okay, so let's move on to the next, that is the sound. Every day you hear various sounds such as chirping of birds, ringing of door bells, ringing of alarm clock, and ringing of school bells. Children, all these sounds are we are hearing in our day-to-day life. This chirping of birds, ringing of doorbells, ringing of alarm clock, and ringing of school bells, children, all these sound we are hearing every day. So this sound needs a medium to travel. This sound needs medium to travel. There are a variety of sounds all over of the earth. Some sounds are pleasant. Some examples: sound of a flowing river, a waterfall, rustling of leaves, and music of musical instruments. Children, some sounds are pleasant. That means when we are hearing the sound of such thing, then we feel happy, like sound of flowing of river, a waterfall, rustling of leaf, musical instruments, music. All this sound when we are hearing, then we are feeling happy. So this kind of sounds are pleasant sound. Okay. Now some sounds are very unpleasant. For example, sounds of loudspeaker, honking of motor horn, and bursting of crackers. Bursting of cracker. Now in children, you have celebrate Diwali. That time you are burning, bursting. You all are burning crackers, na? That time what kind of sound it produces? It produces bursting sound. And when we are hearing this kind such kind of sound, then we are closed our eyes, means these all are unpleasant sound. So sounds of and some other sounds like sound of loudspeaker, honking of motor horns, all this kind of sounds are unpleasant, means these are, when we are hearing this kind of sound we are not feeling good. Okay. Loud and unpleasant sounds are called noise. So children, these unpleasant sounds and loud music all are called noise. Okay. So noises makes us irritate. It also causes headache and hearing problem. So what should we do to avoid making noise? So children, this kind of sound, it's causes headache and hearing problem. So what should we do to avoid all this noise, children? Let's see. We should speak softly. Okay. When you are talking, that time you should talk very softly, not in loud. We should not make noise in the class, and in class also, children, you should sit silently. You should not make noise in the class. We should not blow honk the car horn unnecessarily. Okay. And children, you should not blow honks the car horn unnecessarily. Okay. You should play radio, television, music system at a low volume, and you should we should play radio, television, music system at a low volume. Okay, children, whenever you want to play radio, television, music system, you should play all these things at a very low volume. We should avoid using loudspeaker near school and hospital. And children, we should avoid using loudspeaker near school and hospital. Why, children? You know, because in school we are going to study. That time, if you are playing loudspeaker, then it create disturbance in our study. And in hospital also, some sick parents are there, patient are there. So this sound create problem for them. So we should avoid using loudspeaker near school and hospital. Okay, children. So these are some points that we should remember to avoid making noise. Now let's see force. What do you do to enter a room? If the door is closed, children, you pull or push to open the door. We move many things by pulling or pushing them. We pull or push to open and close a table drawer. A pull or push applied on an object is called force. Force can change the speed of a moving object. Children, see what is here force. If the door is closed, then what do you do to enter in that room, children? Obviously, you push or pull the door to go inside the room. So, we move many things by pulling or pushing them. Okay? And we pull or push to open and close a table drawer. You are in your home, you see some drawer is there in your cupboard or in your almirah. That time if you want to take something from the drawer, you push or pull. After pulling that drawer, you will get the things from there, children. So like that, if we pull or push to open and close a table drawer to get our things. So here children, a pull or push applied on an object is called force. A pull or push applied on an object is called force. Okay. Force can change the speed of a moving object. Force can change the speed of a moving object. See children, what is this means? Let's do one activity. Here in activity 4, it is clearly given. Take a toy car, switch it on and allow it to run on the tabletop. Now slowly touch the front of the car and push a bit to change its direction. What do you observe? A force can bring a moving object to rest or stop. See children, you all are having toy car. Okay. So if you are remote control car, then you switch on that car and let it to move. When it run, then on the tabletop, if you are keeping that toy on the tabletop and switch it then and allow it to run, then what will happen? It slowly touch the front of the car and push a bit to change its direction. And if you stop that car, then what you will observe? You observe that it stop. So from here we comes to know that force can change the speed of a moving object. So this activity is all about this. So children, here we are completing this 11th chapter, that is about the light, sound and force. So children, hope this video help you to understand this chapter, and in my next class we will start new chapter. Okay children, thank you.